You crash into the cracked earth of the African wilderness, nose first into the dust. Before you can open your eyes, the world has already delivered its first warning. Your mother leans down, nudges you once with her nose. That's all the tenderness you're going to get. There's no welcome party, no soft introduction. You have 2 hours to figure out how to work 4 spring-loaded legs. Fail, and you'll be the next one swallowed by a lion's jaws. Right leg, left leg, faceplant, again. Standing is just step 1 in this game called survival. You stumble after your mother, who doesn't wait for hesitation. As you approach for your first meal, she steps away, making you wobble after her. She's not rejecting you, she's testing you. If you can't keep up during feeding, how will you keep up during a chase? Welcome to your first lesson in the African wild. Survival isn't about comfort, it's about momentum. Your family isn't some feel-good cartoon herd. It's a temporary alliance of a few females and their wobbly-legged young, trying to last another day in lion country. Every feeding session is a gamble. Mothers take turns standing watch while the foals nurse, because out here, dinner happens in the kitchen of predators. The sun scorches overhead as your group huddles for rest. Just as your eyes begin to droop, your ears twitch. Something stirs in the grass. No warning, just a golden blur exploding from the bush, a male lion. Before your brain fully catches up, chaos has already descended. Your brother, just a tail's length away, vanishes in a blink. Hooves thunder, dust chokes the air. Your mother shoves you forward, and suddenly you're running, half dragged by panic. You hear hoarse breathing, screams, the pounding of feet, and then sounds you'll spend a lifetime trying to forget. When the herd finally stops, everything feels heavier. Your brother is gone, just gone. Your mother doesn't cry, but she stands closer now. The adults form a circle, bodies tight around the remaining young. Their giant ears are no longer still. They rotate constantly, listening for what might come next. That's when you learn your second lesson. Family can vanish in a single heartbeat. What follows is survival boot camp. You learn to sleep with one ear always alert. You're trained to hear the difference between a lion stalking and a zebra walking. You memorize how shadows behave before an ambush, how wind direction affects scent trails. Your herd becomes a mobile security system, each ear working in sync with nature's most sensitive radar. You're growing. That means you need more food. And in this rocky, thorn-ridden wasteland, food is not a casual luxury. The adults chew tough, spiny shrubs. You're stuck searching for tender grasses, the kind that only grow in shaded corners. Each day becomes a mission to find green. Fighting your cousins over the last soft blade is more common than you'd like to admit. Then the true dry season hits. The air thickens, and the ground feels like a frying pan. The sky turns from pale gold to a hard, hazy gray. The adults grow restless. They lift their heads more often, sniffing for unseen signals. One morning, without a sound, your group begins to move. This isn't a stroll. It's a pilgrimage across terrain that seems built to break you. Every step burns. The sand scorches your hooves. Rocks slice if you're not careful. Hills rise and fall like waves, and your muscles scream on every incline. The herd doesn't stop for weakness. They move with purpose, following ancestral paths, and you have only one choice: keep up or die trying. At the edge of collapse, just before your legs give out, the ground dips and you spot green. It's not paradise, but it's a break. Patches of grass, the faint scent of water. Other herds have arrived already. This is no oasis. It's a dry season checkpoint, nature's version of a refugee camp. Each group has its own grazing zones and resting areas. Step into the wrong spot, and you'll be chased off with kicks and brays. You quickly learn to recognize boundaries by scent, sound, and subtle cues. Everything here runs on a quiet kind of order. And you've changed. You're no longer the foal that struggled to stand. Your legs are stronger, your senses sharper. The lessons about predators, escape paths, and hidden water sources aren't just things you've learned. They're now a part of your instincts. Then, one day, your mother stops calling for you. If you're male, it means exile. You're pushed out of the female group and join a bachelor band with other young males. No more shelter under mom's watchful eyes. Every other male is a rival now, and you begin a slow, tense dance of jostling, testing, and establishing rank. Who runs faster? Who kicks harder? Who slips less on steep rocks? These things decide who eats first, who rests where, who leads. If you're female, you either stay with your natal herd or join another. But no matter your path, one truth remains. Childhood is over. You stand atop a rocky ridge, the setting sun burning the sky red. Your ears twitch with the wind. Everything feels different now. You know the rules. You've learned them the hard way. Go with no. The dry season continues, but you're no longer the foal hiding behind your mother's tail. Your muscles are firm, your teeth are sharp, your ears rotate with precision. The herd settles in this transition valley. But you, like the other young males, live on the fringes, no longer welcomed into the safety of the core. This isn't punishment, it's a test. In wild donkey society, growing up means stepping out. If you want to eat better, drink sooner, or someday mate, you'll have to earn it. Your chance arrives sooner than expected. As the dry season drags on, the last muddy water holes become hotspots, not just for survival, but for mating. Females begin appearing more frequently, alert, deliberate. One catches your eye, her ears twitch like blades in the wind. sharp, responsive. Every turn of her body is precise. You approach, she ignores you. Then you realize it's not that she doesn't see you, it's that you haven't earned her time. She has options. You're not the only one circling. So begins the test. Males gather around her, pawing the dirt, braying the circle. The dust rises with each challenge. You join the fray, kicking, dodging, clashing shoulders, bite to your flank, bruise to your side, a crack of hoof against shin. You stand your ground. One by one, the others back off. You win. But this isn't romance, it's recognition. The real mating ritual is quiet. You and the female circle each other, sniffing, vocalizing, touching noses. No affection, just clarity. She watches as you gently nudge aside a clump of grass near her ear. She pauses, then lets you close the distance. This is how wild donkeys choose, through strength, awareness, and calm. A year later, a newborn collapses into the dirt, your offspring. Its legs tremble, its coat still slick. You instinctively move closer, but the mother brays sharply. This moment isn't for you. You step back, watching the cycle restart. You know now, you no longer live just for yourself. But life doesn't get easier. The drought returns, harder this time. Water disappears. Green becomes memory. Your herd survives by migrating deeper, memorizing routes, sharing what they know. But one night, a new threat arrives, one you didn't face when you were young. Voices, not growls, not howls, human voices, short, harsh bursts of language. Metal clinks, fire flickers. You smell the rust and oil before you see them. Humans. They come with ropes, flashlights, and strange metal beasts. The herd erupts in panic. Everyone runs in different directions. Screams, crashing hooves, mothers calling for calves. By morning, 3 young males are gone, taken, just like that. And just like that, your understanding of danger evolves again. Some predators don't roar. Your herd changes. You no longer graze near villages, not even when food and water are better there. You move deeper into rough terrain. Vehicles can't follow, but the cost is steep. You dig for underground moisture, gnaw tree roots until your teeth ache. Your tongue splits from dryness, but freedom costs what it costs. Year after year, you rise in rank. Your territory, roughly the size of 30 football fields, becomes yours. You know every path, every hiding rock, every breeze that carries news. You fend off younger males. You mate. You raise foals. You listen to the wind and judge when it's time to move. You are not the strongest, but you are the most experienced. Until the day comes when your ears still hear danger, but your legs no longer obey. You hear it, a roar, familiar from your youth. A lion. You turn to run, but your limbs are slow. The thud of your hooves is no longer crisp. The muscles no longer fire like they used to. You make it far, not far enough. The younger males you once pushed aside now challenge you in return. This time, you lose. Bit by bit, your territory shrinks. You retreat toward the edge. Places you avoided as a youth. Places too close to human tracks. Too close to danger. You don't fight back. You forage alone. Move at night. Hide in rocks during the day. You stop looking for mates. Stop answering calls. You don't even eat as much. You are not giving up. You are maintaining one last thing. Dignity. And then, one morning, you don't get up. You were never caught. Never caged. You were never roped, tied, or branded for labor. You were not fed scraps in a pen or stared at behind bars. You died on open land, beneath sky and wind, among dry grass and your own hoofprints. Your body will fade, your bones picked clean, but your memory remains. In rocks sniffed by lions, in water holes scratched open by your hooves, in the instincts of the foals that once watched you run. You were a wild donkey. You lived under the sun. When it was time, you returned to dust.